Rules of the game. C prime, baby. Yeah. C prime. I be on a takeoff from dust of a rhyme. Try to be whipping me till bust on my body. Gotta do gas steps on heads like horse kicking up their legs and shit coming from behind blinding. Why be so observant, never nervous. My servant is faith, I'm a lion. Gotta keep on climbing. Million miles right in and out, reach a peace Mount Zion. To friend the lines of Judah from abuses, overruled and Nephilim giants. No associates, no clients, come around bringing violence. I blast away over the ice wall to a coastal island. I'm a vocal diamond, that's shining. Never did in my life, but my crown's in. I'm highly profiling. Sitting on top of the deck, the professional counselor. Doing my touchdown dance, blowing kisses at the crowd stands wildin'. I stay on course, high mileage, with forms of respect and homage, styling. I'm tuned and dialed in like nature, skies and wind when I'm rhyming. This guy's time, I never worry praying for guidance. My heart is shaking, casting out demons, I'm soul surviving. Feeling so alive in with that comes and thriving. I'm the pilot driving, energetic force and overdrive through alliances. I'm an untamed hero with appliances of devices over severance. With divine intelligence to settle shit from the negligence. I learned lessons which I overcame the past and presence of bullshit. I keep stepping over my competitors like some elephants, now they're irrelevant. A John Doe resident, it's never been. I devote my life, never been afraid, and it's over 100 men. They come in the summer men into a mummy man. Dark path with no sunny land. Hold my own like in the pocket like Donovan or Cunningham. March to the beat of my own drum like when Birmingham. Goddamn, I'll be prime time. Protection on lockdown. A samurai band down. Or the rock with the hook slam. Creating an earthquake, making the ground shake into a traffic jam. Niggas need to kick rocks from hot spots of the fishing dams. Trying to violate their dying fate from evil scams. Repenting picture crimes, scraping crumbs and dimes off Teddy Grams. Never settling down to a felon drown. I just adjust my crown, no trust found, no love around. I've never been profound. On smooth coasting like waves of the ocean. Or riding a greyhound, 10 toes down, it's going down. In every round, settle like concrete, like a solid beat when it pounds.
Jesse, you asked me if I was in the meth business or the money business.
Yeah. Settle like concrete, like a solid beat when it pounds. The stereo high voltage, the video recorders with melodic sounds. And with the rotation, challenge the station to be astound. Those fuck faces leave sabotage haters' mouths. The mic's composer, the ending closer, the dirty south. Listen to the words aloud, it's a vaporized cloud that I'm dishing out. The wind is bout, I'm singling out. The snakes in the ground, a new sheriff in town. Making people disgusted like some circus clowns. That are very workers when reaching the surf with a mad frown. Miserable, sad now, wanna lay down, man down, giving up and bow down. They laughing at you, old class clown. Can't act the ass now. You stuck in darkness at the campground. It's raining in hell and can seek to prevail in on this damp ground. I'm the champ now, climbing like the king that I really am. Never taking breathers of the vicious cheaters. Coming in herds of a ram. These leeching creatures with sneaky features, taking on soulless lambs. People deeply programmed from the visions towards their purpose, their heads crammed. Like a crash dummy locked in the dungeon, lost eternity off in a lounge. Yeah, off in the lounge. The mother shit coming up the frequency waves. The elite puppets dips into underground caves. The home of the brave, held captive in graves. No life change, a phenomenon from the modern leprechauns. Hiding wide range of growing pain with loose trains, burning instant flames. Conquer towards being victorious, glorious like the summer games. Watch through turmoil, let you find the coldest rains. Stand connected, our true power resurrected like freight trains. Together we are like Great Danes, soaring like airplanes. Been too much, something like birth pains. Left for dead, stuck in the mud, dirty blood stain. But we come back even harder, hitting targets like record ball cranes. Call me all-star and MVP of ball games. Call it the GOAT, I make them choke, another shame name. We coming back to overrule and break change, no repeated defeats. over chosen claims, but rewriting history of culture's fame. Being honorary of mysteries that's hidden in vain. The real truth is coming out for deception is strange. My people invented everything, but others washed our brains. Kept us in a sleeping trance from being gods of the same. Taking over territories, creating laboratories just to detain. Had us mentally insane, and our souls trained to be a peasant that's lost in the desert. Can't maintain the obstacles that are impossible, going against the grain. When the smoke clears of the bombs of propane, we are gonna be still standing and reprimanded to contain our own domain and give love back to the motherland. Raising our vibration towards every nation, helping people to understand. Yeah, yeah, wild thing, baby. I've been maneuvering through these high tides, a very wild ride. A landslide, no high side. I'm top notch, no high five. I be living it up, I got 9 lives, never fooling with spies. I cut ties like potato slices to french fries. I'm thick breaded like the crust of pies, or a prime steak with no pink inside. They say men are equal, we don't think alike. If you're fake or fraud, nigga take a hike. I'm something like Mark Lawrence, I'm the Black Knight. I'm a true seeker to shed the light. My country be on Christ might. Grinding team, no sleep, I vamp at night. I vibrate high, I shine in the daylight. No involvement in child games, I don't play fight. Stay tuned in like a track flight. I'm out of this world, never in sight. On the move like a flying kite. Common and me goes, nigga, what's the price? When coming to me for real advice, never giving out free game for you dipping dots. I don't take sides with people cross their knots. Never trust people with mismatched socks or following crowds with thoughts and flocks. I go straight scissors, no paper rocks. I never cut corners or hop the blocks. Just fuck the snitches and fuck the cops. If you tattletales and killers on sidewalks murder my people whole life mark. Cause we not white meat and our skin dark. Harasses us even when our car is parked. About to start a riot, so it's not smart. A whole widespread of revolution spark. Leaving you speechless, your throat is parched. Oh, pale face, your body warped. Can't stand the heat, now your skin is charred. Fresh crawling off like pulled pork apart. Y'all tadpoles with a gray shark. Y'all drowning deep, Titanic, no Noah's Ark. Yeah, I'm shining bright like the golden arch. Yeah, yeah. In most cases, certain situations that's dealing with bitterness, emotions from a person's past relations, you gotta back up a couple steps to break from the feelings of someone that's truly torn from signs, showing fake love when dating. Better beware, cause at those times people don't care, they will have your ass locked up for something you never done. It can get that crazy. Making a fool of themselves, might be gone like there's no food in the shelves, no solutions for their health. A burden that stains the mind frame with pains, losing self-control from an ex. Now what's next? These troubles come like a suplex, multiplying up like a duplex. Now it's time to step, start a new rep, build up your conscience to a state of higher depth, to keep your body in check at the upper deck, where you're never sinking like a shipwreck or thrown out the car eject. Demand respect because you have all the power to be the first pick. Can't stand alone and being overthrown as a convict. It'll be conflict that's so thick you will lose content. Unconjuring, have you wandered with no permission or consent? No comment, no visual being dominant over any economy. Whether you're son of the most high holy trinity, heavily confident of divinity, with supernatural gifts abilities, keep you strong from sun's humidity. Living a successful life in paradise of possibilities for centuries to eternity. High quality of humilities never breaking in your vicinities. They can never clone your identity in science lab facilities, trying to control your soul into an artificial robotic disability. You're prepared for victory, literally, not subliminally. Not in the tree of life, spiritually. That's how it really be. Unlimitedly, reaching towards the treasure undiscovered to mentor me. The pathway order my steps, walking in lines of symmetry, a portal or stargate to other dimensions that I couldn't see, and different realms that lies at my feet and my palms I can never blink. Cause if I do, I miss the whole view of the tunnel's light and it will shrink. Then matter stand still like stuck in a landfill, dehydrated with nothing to drink. Feels like I'm skinned on thin ice like a skating rink. Without believing, have enough faith to rise over the brink. My soul and mind is a gravitational line, the bonded covenant to ride through the blinds from being detached like eggs being hatched. To cross over the crooked vines, the world is mine, overcoming fears in the end of times. These killer rhymes sounded off like winded chimes, a vibrating frequency set up to heal the minds of showing prophetic signs. Yeah, birds view. An eagle's eyes like the bullseye of an evening sky, a sunset of day's conquest, of the dawn of night's chest, mounted high, another promise to level your swing, connected to light, being triumph and fly, away from all the obstacles that's unstoppable, hang out to dry, like waterless plants that's tied with beds of ants eating up till it's not yet alive, hung over and died like the crucifixion of Christ, a divine sacrifice, a blood covenant for all sins towards afterlife. Just living or die, no chances to eternal paradise. No leveling it up like you're afraid of heights. Walking tiptoeing from motions of running mice. Hunt for cheese and urge to squeeze to hide from other creatures that won't bite. Can be caught in sight, mate. Take your life any day or night. Life is hard, but first you need to ride with training wheels on the bike. They say it's like a box of chocolates, but not no Mike and Ike's. I feed off the hype of my own energy. We are not alike. I'm a prototype that's quite with no social life. I move up hills till it gets chills, like dreaming overnight. Truth and wisdom is my thrill, like running through overkill. Stay guarded like Holyfield from the Holy Grail. These predators taking us from trendsetters to worshiping Baal, a false idol to ride against our own people as a rival and fail, falling under a spell and dwell in hell, never activating God within ourselves and save ourselves and no one else to righteous fuck deception ills. Just lies of a thousand tales, keep us dumbfounded in the bellies of whales. We'll weigh our scales like raptor mummies moving like snails. Ever since birth, we're taught to believe in a God that never answers prayers. Living in doubt, submitting a trap from the naysayers, throwing haymakers. A nightcap can't escape no jailbreaker. A soul taker, your whole melody, a tail chaser. I eat the spinach, giving me strength like Popeye, the sailor. Can't be your failure. I'm a product of the greatest, the creator. I'm a particle celebrator, powered up to corrupt the denominator, the non-factor of antimatter, the destroyer terminator. That's power in our tongue, and I spit out these verses and preach the sermon later. The hourglass is out of sand, it's time to meet your maker. The Undertaker coming to take your piece of being greater. But I'm all out of favors, about to use my true gifts that the Guardians gave us. Fighting the masters that slave us for disobeying nature's saviors. They so afraid of us, that's why they try to get rid of us. We're made from a divine image that keep causing tension to keep the God of kings in us. Intellectual geniuses, not intellect beings. Wanted us back to dust and God we trust, but it's really nothing like relying on good luck. These empires, blood-sucking vampires, taking over bodies for evil spirits to hook, resurrecting the dead, coming back to life, respect curses as crooks, scrapping manuscripts of truth and pamphlets of black history books, poisoning all our foods, we nurturing our temples, killing us poof, but the proof is coming out of hiding, straight out the root. Now they spook, cause information getting out and not overlooked. Now they planted invasion to wipe us out, cause they say we overbooked. Starting world wars, a global outpouring, bombing places with nukes, and putting propaganda out on the news to keep us confused. But all in all, it's for the liking ratings of the views. Living out your purpose wisely, manifest everything out of thoughts that you choose. Yeah, I'm the head hunt on the kick out, crowd favorite like I'm Rick Ross. Memphis Grizzly, call me Young Dog. I'm hardcore, I'm so raw. I'm a Houston Astro, put my city on Fidel Castro. Hot Tabasco, steaming hot water when I take notes. I'm so popular, getting A class votes. From lame jokes, insane ghosts that change souls. There's a lot of seats at the table like a Dodge Durango. Niggas stuck on the first floor, still entertaining broke. Be the last door, dead on the inside, space ghost. I hate folks not coming together close to change the shows, rearranging the knots, soft field ropes. To loosen the chokes and never ever speak for ourselves to give us hope. They don't want us all so united. They're afraid of the black force, knocking them off course and filling off the pale horse. I'm the main course, life's fueling the torch. A sun scorched the melting pot. No peas in a pot, fresh off the porch. I'm so Atlanta brave, a Cleveland Indian, never selling out. Life short. My purpose and mission, I never abort. I be seeking wisdom, making it a sport, and now knowing what's in store. Nothing new under the sun beyond the before. Chasing the enemies off the shore, spreading fables of folklore. The chain of falling behind at the earth's core. To the moment in time where they let loose to vow and explore. Don't know what's in store. Wish you had wings of an eagle to fly off the land's port. Know where to run and hide on the outside or inside the fort. We need our ancestors of the galactic force to come report. Fighting alongside us like rough riders, defeating all the devil's horrors. Gaining our lives back and strike back to restore. Take our lands back, expanding the track like all aboard. Now moving forward, we need to obey all laws of the land. Never die by the sword. Yeah, wishing well, baby. C Prime. Every road that I take was a commitment towards my faith and believing that everything that wasn't meant for me landslide from off my plate. Every choice of decisions I make vibrate the heaven's gate from having mistakes to come display so I can live a great life, a green light, never stopping my train. United we stand, divided we fall from liberty. Can't continue running from enemies. It's coming to control your inner peace. Taking so disconnecting your energy, transforming your mind away from the centerpiece. I'm a cranking motor device like a computer motor protected forever from virus squeezing in, creating antifreeze and like your screen. Does dodging in between like a lucid dream. It's just a sign from your stationary mind to wake you free. When disaster comes to beat you up like drums to keep you weak, go hide and seek, rebuke the devil to flee, and just let it be. When you realize who you truly are, he will not ever speak. He will forever run away like a runaway. Cause you're God walking the sea, and anything you touch comes bowing at your feet. Your rising tower heights that out of reach. I'm a chosen vessel, already won the battles, didn't even have to wrestle. I keep the heat going and the fire's flowing under the boiling kettle. I love to rock and roll on something like moon rocks, that's heavy metal, or an asteroid blazing fast and breaking apart the comet pretzel. I cannot let you get prison of my people like a rebel. I treat y'all little giants like David throwing pebbles. There's levels to this shit, mean devils that come to exist. Plucking your feathers, never find a way and down to the cave. Interstellar, my faith and my shield on the battlefield like a storm shelter. Burning city after city into ashes trying to melt you. A new world order plan, that's why they built underground bunkers and cellars. Trying to evacuate the other planets, finding life propellers. Like goodbye fella, cause these demons be praising like Santa's helpers. With worldly ending weapons into recession. No warnings, no questions, no well wishing, no blown kisses. Just let's the die for the pigeons. I'm never gonna stop hustling. Planet of the Snakes. Retracted Paragordy in the glory, never ending story. With dark spells and tails, trailblazing like it's Portland. Pulling heat from the sun, making the world a little more scorching. I be reminiscing about the days, deep thinking on the porch wind. Never worried about anything, it fear me still like a poor skin. Seeing society left all alone as an orphan. I'm hearing the trumpet sound off like the keys of an organ. At a funeral, marching saints like Latter-day Mormons. Everyone is in a trance, a spiritual battle, something like Tyson versus Foreman, a cursed omen. So get your popcorn ready like Terrell Owens. This is a period in time, but not the ages of golden. Hell is open and the skies are broken. The moonlight is darkened for the smoke rising above clouds floating. Spinning feeling like the ice age cause the sun is frozen. It's such a dark phase like light candles to see what's showing. No winds blowing, no rivers flowing. Everything at a halt, stopping piles. Nothing going. The end is here for torment. No set up appointments. A bad time of disappointments. Judgment day is ahead, no more prayers forming. Armageddon, a slam performance. Everyone running and hiding from what's coming. Busting out the skies of the bird is a plane, now it's Satan's army. Coming in vengeance swarming, a fight to the finish, to the sky of dominion, no alarming. Moon cracks open in half, leaving the earth dark and storming. Very frightening moment, day of atonement. Skies falling to where you can't hold it. People running like ants to each other like balls crashing the pins from bowling. Alien ships come to a stopping point like flashing and glowing. And silence fills the atmosphere, no more screens are worn. Everyone got their eyes glued up above, seeing the enormous ships and figures walk the clouds of the travel's voyage, making an appearance like the second coming of Christ, a none informant. Representing the skies with very big eyes and searching for the weak to absorb them. Big giant animal bodies and facing snakes that are corroded, with a crown of thorns on their heads, with horns and dreads like the holy. Then the president spoke on the loudspeaker, you hear the hornets. They wanted to reply, we're here to take over the world, hear everyone, that's a promise. President got back on and asked, why you want to kill us? The one to reply back is mankind is evil. The planet Earth is very tarnished. Meanwhile, the government struck first in the missiles out in the burst, never reaching opponents. They had a safety shield from attacks coming towards them, like some hornets. Then they struck back, blasting the majority of the city into components. Flames everywhere and buildings fall over like dominoes, a sack of doughnuts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Deception. Yeah. Deception is a form of torment that keep you helpless and reckless. An infection, mislead the conscience and rebellion. Abort is depressing, no confession unless progression. Killing in the digression to focus and learn from lessons. The lost culture to be more wise to perfection. Because if you knew all they took out, you'd be a deadly weapon. Hurting other people that's traumatized to being awakened. A split second of the enemies of protesters pulling darkness to keep you stranded. A sad propaganda, so cold like a panda, or an elf on the shelf of a body dwarf to help us a Santa. A busted pimp that charges the dough for strippers out in Atlanta. Named Juicy Fruit, Pussy Boot, sweet like Tropicana. But I keep my stride like Roll Tide out of Alabama. The dark horse, a powerful force, deep in the night like abracadabra. Feel like white lightning, call me Marshall Mathers. My flow is the typhoon that blows through to the moon, making a shadow into tiny particles of matter, creating a stargate to Saturn, moonwalking the rings of the American pattern. The Da Vinci Code, symbolic overload from secret passages, towards tombs and treasures, technology with extreme pressure that'll wipe out all inhabitants. Take my family, I release all the chemicals from the cabinet. Had them knitted down like Colin Kaepernick. I'm a volcanic eruption on my high horse, the Dallas Maverick. Never an embarrassment. There's no comparison. I'm well above from being the average. I'm number one, the hottest like two suns on the panelists. Shooting flames out the sky like meteorites crashing into canvases. Picture of 1,000 words on the front runner, an evangelist, anointed pantheon, gold medal champion, around the right hot topics that melts the hearts of Gothics, call me Atlanteans, from the lost city of Atlantis. They were intelligent wise with multiple advantages. Atmosphere was never damaged. Landmass like Garden of Eden more than you could ever imagine. People with superpowers just levitating like carpets of Aladdin. When lies have been told, it's what is so cold. Have you been on pose, keeping you stagnant. On the bag wagon of the devil's nagging, you into a formal state of fearing the dragon. Never be lacking, stand to protect the shell, keep it from cracking. The brutal attacker from hateful impaction, no satisfaction from being devoured as a whole instead of a fraction. Never switch up to change up your charming character of fashion. I keep my bell fastened when troubles come crashing, like comets dancing. With fortune streaming into action, evil is door dashing with heavy baggage. With heavy baggage. Yeah. Yeah.
Preliminary independent in vitro clinical trials at a leading transdermal laboratory show scalp plant's patented formula keeps blood and nutrient channels to the follicle open up to 6 times longer. More result? Scalp plant stimulates new hair growth when your hair is falling out and thickens thinning hair. Guaranteed. No surgery, no implant.